Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Squad Builder, and I've got a good one today, the All Journeymen team. And what I mean by the All Journeymen team is I'm looking at guys that have played for at least 3 teams. Now most of these guys have played for way more than 3 teams, but I'm looking for guys that have moved around the NFL year by year as their career goes on. Not necessarily always because they're bad, some guys just seem to like to move around, some guys just can't latch on with a team. Other guys move a lot before they finally find a team and stay there for a long time, but we're looking at these guys, and obviously starting with the quarterbacks where we have 2 great ones. And I'm starting with Ryan Fitzpatrick because out of the 2 we're choosing, he's the one that's been the starting quarterback for more teams by design. Fitzpatrick has played for 6 teams since being drafted in 2005 in the 7th round. He started with the St. Louis Rams, then went to the Bengals, the Buffalo Bills, 1 year with the Tennessee Titans, 1 year with the Texans, and now 2 years with the Jets. Behind him, Josh McCown, who has played for 10 different teams since coming into the league in 2002 as a 3rd round pick. Started with the Arizona Cardinals, then played 1 year with the Detroit Lions, 1 year with the Oakland Raiders, was an off-season member of the Miami Dolphins that year, then went to the Carolina Panthers, then went to the Hartford Colonials, so actually took a year out of the NFL, so only 9 NFL teams. Then was on the off-season team of the San Francisco 49ers. That year went to the Chicago Bears, where he did very well. Went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for 1 year, and now, of course, is with the Cleveland Browns since 2015. Our number 1 running back is actually currently without a team, but I'm sure he will find one soon again. He's played for 5 different teams on 6 different occasions since entering the league in 2008 as a 7th round pick. Started with the Seattle Seahawks in 2008. In that same year went to the Colts. In that same year went back to the Seahawks. Was with them until 2011. Houston Texans in 2012, went to Jacksonville in 2013, and then has been with the Ravens since 2014 and is currently now obviously looking for a new team. Behind him, I've gone for Chris Ivory, has only played for 3 teams, so he's right on the edge of qualifying for this. Undrafted in 2010, played with the Saints for 3 seasons, then the New York Jets for 2, and now most recently has gone to Jacksonville. At fullback, Jerome Felton, who has played for 5 teams since entering the league in 2008 as a 5th round pick, started with the Detroit Lions, 2011 was with the Panthers and the Colts, then to the Minnesota Vikings, and now most recently with the Buffalo Bills for the past 2 seasons. Our number 1 wide receiver is a man I know quite well since I do a series about the fact he's played with so many different teams. Brandon Marshall has played with 4 different teams since coming into the league in 2006 as a 4th round pick. Started his career with the Denver Broncos, was traded to the Miami Dolphins, was traded to the Chicago Bears, was traded to the New York Jets, and now it's not a good sign to be traded away from every team you've ever played for, but it's not like he's ever played badly there. In the number 2 spot, Anquan Boldin, who's only played for 4 teams, came into the league 2003 as a 2nd round pick, was with the Arizona Cardinals to begin with, then went to the Baltimore Ravens where he won a Super Bowl, then went to the San Francisco 49ers who he beat in that Super Bowl, and now is with the Detroit Lions, a member of 2 notable clubs, that is the 1,000 catch club and the 10,000 receiving yards club. And at the number 3 spot, the speedster Ted Ginn Jr. He has played for 4 different teams, 5 different occasions, so he came into the league in 2007 as the 9th overall pick, played for the Miami Dolphins until 2009, then went to the San Francisco 49ers, was with the Carolina Panthers for 1 year, then went to the Cardinals for 1 year, then came back to the Carolina Panthers most recently since 2015 of course. At tight end, Martellus Bennett, who has played for 4 different teams, came into the league in 2008 as a 2nd round pick, started out with the Dallas Cowboys, then went to the New York Giants for 1 year, then went over to the Chicago Bears, and of course most recently is now playing for the New England Patriots after being traded to them this offseason. And another guy behind him, Benjamin Watson, another guy that's played for the New England Patriots at tight end, a 2004 1st round pick by the Patriots. After playing with them, he went over to the Cleveland Browns, then went to the New Orleans Saints, and now is a member of the Ravens, but unfortunately is on injured reserve. At left tackle, Donald Penn, who is skirting that line again, only 3 teams that he's played for, undrafted in 2006, played for the Minnesota Vikings, but then in that year went over to the Buccaneers, played with them until 2013, and has now been with the Oakland Raiders since 2014. At left guard, another guy who's only played for 3 teams, but he did do it on 4 different occasions. So Richie Incognito, a 3rd round pick in 2005, started out with the St. Louis Rams, then went to the Buffalo Bills for 1 year, then went to the Miami Dolphins, and now is obviously back with the Buffalo Bills again. At center, I've gone for Joe Berger. I was gonna go Matt Slauson, but Berger has played for more teams. Matt Slauson only 3. Berger came into the league in 2005 as a 6th round pick, was an off-season member of the Carolina Panthers team, went to the Miami Dolphins for 2 years, Dallas Cowboys for 3 years, the Miami Dolphins again after that, and then to the Minnesota Vikings, where finally he broke out as a big-time player on the offensive line last year, was a Pro Football Focus All-Pro. This is one of those guys I mentioned at the start where they move around for ages, then finally latch on with the team and prove themselves worthy of a big-time starting spot. Evan Mathis fits into the other category I mentioned of guys who just seem to move around for the fun of it. Evan Mathis, 3rd round pick in 2005, played with the Carolina Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Denver Broncos last year for that 1 year, won a Super Bowl, and is now with the Arizona Cardinals, and unfortunately as well has gone on to injured reserve. At right tackle, Eric Winston, who's been moving around a bit, came into the league in 2006 in the 3rd round, started with the Houston Texans, played 1 year for the Kansas City Chiefs, 1 year for the Arizona Cardinals, was an off-season member of the Seahawks in 2014, and then since 2014 has now been a member of the Cincinnati Bengals. So that was the offense. Time for the defense. So at left end, out of position, we've got Chris Clemens. Now I wanted Rob Ninkovich here at left end, but Madden has him down as a left outside linebacker, although I was going to include Chris Clemens anyway. So Clemens came into the league as an undrafted free agent in 2003, spent 1 year with the Washington Redskins, then went to the Browns, back to the Redskins, the Oakland Raiders then took him after a year out of the league, the Philadelphia Eagles after them, the Seattle Seahawks where obviously he won that Super Bowl, had a lot of success with them, then went to Jacksonville, and then this year went back to the Seattle Seahawks, joined them, and then informed them that he planned to retire. At right end, and this guy's only played for 3 teams, and you can probably come up with some better guys at that position that have played for more teams. I've gone for Mario Williams, 1st overall pick in the 2006 draft. So he started out with the Texans where he went to 2 Pro Bowls and was named All-Pro twice, then went over to the Bills where he went to 2 Pro Bowls and was named All-Pro twice, and now most recently has joined the Miami Dolphins. So just before moving on, I've shoved Rob Ninkovich down here as well. He's only played for 3 teams, but again on 4 different occasions. Started out with the Saints, was a 5th round pick in 2006, then went to the Dolphins for 2 years, back to the Saints again for another year, and now has been with the New England Patriots where he won a Super Bowl. Talking about guys who won Super Bowls with the Patriots, Alan Branch, a 2nd round pick in 2007, started out with the Arizona Cardinals, played 2 years for the Seattle Seahawks, went to the Buffalo Bills for 1 year, and then joined the Patriots in 2014. Behind him, I've gone for Nick Fairley, has only played for 3 teams, but I struggle to find guys really at this position. You tend to be better at defensive tackles than me, so tell me about guys I missed. Nick Fairley, 1st round pick in 2011, the 13th overall pick, played for the Detroit Lions, St. Louis Rams, and then now with the New Orleans Saints. Finally, Kevin Williams, and he is currently a free agent. May never actually come back into the league. He's played a long time. A 1st round pick, 9th overall pick in 2003. Played for the Minnesota Vikings until 2013, was part of that 2006 Vikings defense, was an anchor of that defense that allowed only 1 more rushing yard per game than the 2000 Ravens, played for the Seattle Seahawks for 1 year, and then played for the Saints for another year, 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. On to right outside linebacker, and again, this is one of those where they've only played for 3 teams. Julius Peppers, 2nd overall pick in 2002, started out with the Carolina Panthers, had a couple of prolific years with the Bears, now with the Green Bay Packers, 9 Pro Bowls, a Defensive Player of the Year, a Defensive Rookie of the Year. The guy's done a lot. Behind him, Dwight Freeney, the 11th overall pick in that same draft, played with the Indianapolis Colts until 2012, then went to the Chargers for 2 years, 1 year with the Arizona Cardinals, and is now with the Atlanta Falcons. He's a Super Bowl champion, an NFL sacks leader, and an AFC Defensive Player of the Year. One of the 2 inside linebackers who's a left outside linebacker here. Again, and I'm really with these guys, I got pretty bad. Again, only 3 teams. A 2nd round pick in 2004, played with the Jacksonville Jaguars until 2012. Couple of years with the Baltimore Ravens, and is now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now Kiko Alonso has again only played for 3 teams, but I chose him on purpose because he's only been in the league since 2013, but in that time has played for the Buffalo Bills, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Miami Dolphins. A 2nd round pick, Pro Football Writers Association NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he's already bounced around 3 different teams. A left outside linebacker, Carlos Dansby, 2004 second round pick, played with the Arizona Cardinals until 2009, then was with the Miami Dolphins, came back to the Cardinals for 1 year in 2013, then went to the Cleveland Browns and is now with the Cincinnati Bengals. At the number 1 cornerback spot, Darrelle Revis, 14th overall pick in 2007, played with the Jets until he tore his ACL and they shipped him off to the Buccaneers, was misused there, played there for 1 year, went to the New England Patriots, won himself a Super Bowl and a big contract upon his return to the Jets, has had some struggles this year. I'm interested to see how that all ends up. At the second cornerback spot, Terrence Newman, 5th overall pick in 2003, has followed Mike Zimmer around everywhere he's gone, played for the Dallas Cowboys, the Cincinnati Bengals, and now with the Minnesota Vikings, and some say he's actually older than Mike Zimmer himself. At the number 3 spot, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, 16th overall pick in 2008, played with the Cardinals, but then went to the Eagles because of a trade we don't talk about, then went to the Broncos for 1 year and is now with the Giants, a 2-time Pro Bowler, played for 4 different teams, and I think he's always been underrated. At free safety, Corey Graham, a 5th round pick in 2007, played for the Chicago Bears, then the Baltimore Ravens, and now most recently the Buffalo Bills. At strong safety we have Will Allen, who I do believe is now officially retired, although I'm not 100% on that. 4th round pick in 2004, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then the Pittsburgh Steelers, then the Dallas Cowboys for 1 year, then went back to the Pittsburgh Steelers again. Now both of those guys at free safety and strong safety have only played for 3 teams, so I'll give you another one for both positions that have played for 4 different teams and have also been former teammates. Dashon Goldson, who is actually upgraded when you move him to free safety. 4th round pick in 2007, played for the 49ers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Washington Redskins, and the Atlanta Falcons. Across from him, Dante Whitner, 1st round pick, 8th overall pick in 2006, played with the Buffalo Bills, then the 49ers where he played with Goldson, Cleveland Browns, and is now with the Washington Redskins. So that's the defense, onto the special teams. At kicker, we've gone for Josh Brown, 7th round pick in 2003, played for the Seattle Seahawks, then the St. Louis Rams, off-season member of the New York Jets, 1 year with the Cincinnati Bengals, and since 2013 has been with the New York Giants. Without realizing it, I've gone for kickers and punters drafted by the Seahawks. Donnie Jones is our selection at punter, 7th round pick in 2004, played for the Seattle Seahawks, then the Miami Dolphins, then the St. Louis Rams, the Houston Texans for 1 year, and then has been with the Philadelphia Eagles since 2013. I said it the first time I included him in a video, every single time he's eligible to be chosen, I will choose Devin Hester, the greatest kick returner in NFL history, played with the Chicago Bears after being drafted in the 2nd round in 2006, then the Atlanta Falcons where he broke the kick return records, and now is with the Baltimore Ravens. For head coach, I've gone for John Fox, the head coach of 3 different NFL teams, has taken 2 of those NFL teams to the Super Bowl, and you never know, he may still do it with the Bears. For the long snapper, of course, it's not Gary Barnidge, he's just representing for his teammate who Madden have deemed his position is not worth putting him into this game, and there's a very specific reason why I've chosen Charlie Hewlett. We've seen plenty of guys now that have played for lots of teams, while Hewlett has them all beat. He played for 5 different teams in a single season, or rather was a member of 5 different teams. He was undrafted in 2012, joined the Dallas Cowboys, and then 2014, his year of moving around, was with the New England Patriots, then the Jacksonville Jaguars, then the New England Patriots, then the Cleveland Browns, then the New England Patriots, then the Kansas City Chiefs, then joined the Cleveland Browns, who are the first team to actually add him to their actual roster and has been playing with them since 2014. So that is it. That is the Journeyman team, a team made up entirely of players that have played for at least 3 different teams, but plenty of them have played for a lot more. Not a bad team, obviously a lot of good cards here that help them out, a lot of specials and things, but an 82 team overall. 82 offense, 82 defense. If you want to play with this team, it would cost you 850,000 coins on PlayStation 4, but only 843,000 coins on Xbox One.